Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Righto, using the Smith-Waite Tarot deck and entertainment only. Righty-ho, had a lovely little morning with my grandson. Mind you, he slept most of it and I was watching him on the monitor, and when he woke up and started burbling in his 10-month-old burble that they do, there was a beautiful orb in his darkened room on the monitor that was circling him. It was just absolutely magic. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular? There's a lot to look at today. A few overseas trips. Might even save some of them for tomorrow, but I do want to have a look at what's going to happen in regards to the Orange Twerp signing an executive order to be able to send the military into Mexico. He seems to think he can dictate to the whole world. Sorry, but no. No. Okay, I do apologise. It's a little bit dark. It's getting late in the afternoon here and it's a gloomy day. But if I put the overhead lights on, it does shine off the cards. Okay, so basically what's happened is the Orange Twerp has signed an executive order saying that the US can use military to go after US drug gangs and cartels, drug cartels, ergo Mexican drug cartels. Sorry, I tilted that down to see if it would make the light any better. Okay, claiming that the drug cartels are global terrorists. Now, this is a regime that basically signed an agreement for 14 of El Chapo, and you know who El Chapo is, the cartel, El Chapo's family to move to the US and settle in the United States. Oh, please. So obviously what's happened is that President Sheinbaum from Mexico has said, oh, don't think so, not going to happen. Not going to be entering Mexico. I just want to see how that's going to go. Now, you've also got to remember that the US, for whatever reason, has got a $50 million bounty on Maduro, who is the president, I believe, of Venezuela. And I think the reason for that, what I'm getting, if you remember, I did a reading quite a while ago about Venezuela and Guyana. Guyana's an area next to Venezuela, country next to Venezuela, and they've got some disputed territories. But lo and behold, the disputed territories just happen to have massive oil reserves in them. So that's why they are disputed territories. So I'm not going to have a look at the $50 million bounty on Maduro, but what I'm getting is very much that for whatever reason, Maduro isn't playing ball with what the puppet masters behind the scenes are demanding that the regime, the US regime, demand of Venezuela. So when I'm talking about the puppet masters, I'm talking about the moneyed oligarchs that are using the Orange Twerp and his cabinet and his ilk to bring about their agenda, Project 2025 plus a whole lot. So what I'm getting is very much is that for whatever reason, Maduro is not playing how they want him to play, so they're going to try and remove him from the picture. Okay, so what have we got? Well, we've got the World and we've got the Judgment card, a massive wake-up call, this threat from the Orange Twerp about sending the US military into Mexico after the supposed cartels. It's very much about the Israeli Defense Force being sent into the starving populace of Gaza after the supposed heavily armed Hamas. Do you think if they were heavily armed, they wouldn't be? Oh gosh. Anyhow, so tell me what's going to happen here. Now, I did get the troops that were sent to Panama. I just went down there and went, "What the fuck are we here for?" Scratching their heads. So let's have a look. What's going to happen? Is the US going to send the military into Mexico after the cartels Apparently more drugs go from the US up to Canada than come in from Mexico into the US or something along those lines. Anyhow, let's have a look. Without the invitation of the Mexican president, is the US going to send troops into Mexico? He's been threatening this for a while, if I remember correctly. Come on down, let's have a look. Okay. The Hanged Man. Oh, I think it's going to be stopped. I think it's going to be paused because it's just a nightmare situation. The challenge is it's a nightmare situation. It's an executive order, but I don't think it's going to get approval from Congress, and I don't think it's going to get approval from the military. Not liking what's on offer here, going to disregard it. We got the smoke and mirrors in the past, a distraction, a diversion. Okay, so why is that a diversion? And then you've got the sun card from something being exposed, young person on a horse being exposed. Yeah, it's just a strategy. Okay, it's just a strategy. You've got Bindi. If you can hear that, that's Bindi scratching her back on the rug. Externally, packing up the truth and moving forward, moving on. And internally, the death card. Death of anybody in particular, or is it just this is going to die, this threat? Hopes and fears. Sneaking into camp and betraying. They might send some covert operations in, but perhaps let's see how it goes. The King of Cups, the Lovers, and then the end of a legacy, time to hand it over. Something not yet been revealed with that Queen of Cups, and then the Page of Cups, unexpected out of left field. My feels is this is something Biden's has put into place. Now, I've popped it over in my post section multiple times. The executive order paper trail of this, where the military can take over. I think Biden might still be in contact with figures in the military. You've got the Justice card, you've got the having to make a decision on the world stage, then you've got the world itself. You've got the false victory and then the harsh truth coming out. You've got waiting for the ship to come in, and then the announcement is made, and then it's a tower moment. A lot of negative energy, an announcement from the White House. I don't see, I'm not getting that the military are going to go in there. I think it's going to be stopped. I just don't think it's going to. Okay, well, on that note, so that it's not a 6-minute reading, I don't think the military are going to go in. I think it's actually it's a diversion from information that's coming out. Now, there may be an announcement that comes from the White House to try and counteract this false victory, remembering that the Rockland County court case is starting this month. Let's have a look at the bounty on Maduro. Is there anything we need to know about the bounty on Maduro? Why $50 million bounty on removing Maduro? Removing Maduro. Why? What's behind this? What do we need to know about? Where's the death card, bringing something to an end? Again, the challenge is something that's delusional. That was in the past in regards to Mexico. But this is, okay, thank you. Looking at the riches. Thank you. Love it when my guides. So we want them taken out so that we can get the riches, basically. Okay, foundation, some sort of agreement that was made. In the past, we've got the Strength card or Taming the Beast or bitter pill to swallow, but it's in the past. Strength is in the past. Queen of Wands. Internally, there's some sort of discussion that's going on. The betrayal, the deceit, the steal, the lie, the bullying. And then externally, receiving a gift. Internally, from a new government, I think there's some sort of agreement with whomever would then come into power in Venezuela to potentially to then, because I'm not sure what Maduro's attitude towards going into Guyana is, but my feels is there's some sort of agreement with whomever would take over in Venezuela to go into Guyana, sorry, let me get that right. Hopes and fears, the King of Pentacles, the oligarchs that want their money. Power, money. But then you've got this infighting, volatile information coming out and everything being exposed. Betrayal, deceit, despair, heartbreak, and then an emotionally overwhelming cleansing. A cleansing can also be peace. Yeah, I think that's what this is all about, an inability to move forward. Like money's being offered, but inability to move forward. The attempt to steal, the attempt to keep things under wraps, the reason, but you've got the out in the cold. I think because the US is being shut out, the regime, or is it the oligarchs, the moneyed ones are being shut out of whatever's going on. They're not liking what's on the table here and dancing the tune of the devil. Yeah, I think that's yeah, the devil. You tied yourself to the devil. Yeah, I think that's what's going on with that $50 million bounty, is that there are certain moneyed individuals behind that curtain, entertainment only, oops, entertainment only, who are eyeing off the riches of Guyana, and Maduro's not playing ball with them. So they want him gone so that they can put into place somebody else that they have an agreement with. Okay, that was a quick and easy one. Love to you all. Take care.